right, Dave. We will support the Special Olympics. A very nice gesture on behalf of SciBase. This is our matchup. Andre Agassi going against Michael Chang. We're taking some final last-minute preparations here, and a new do, Tim, for Andre Agassi as he heads over. He's getting a big hand. He has been extremely popular this week. Very easy with the media here, and has been most cooperative with a lot of his activities around the tournament, as have all the players, including Chang, Courier, and the crazy Jensens. Let's have a look now at our ATP Tour player profile. Andre, 24 years old, ranked 2 in the world. Turned pro way back in 1986 and has picked up over $7 million, Tim.
Career, that number 2 ranking is his career high. He was number 3 back in '88 and had fallen out of the top 10, and now back at number 2 in the world, just behind Pete Sampras.
First ball, and ace down the center, and Chang starts off where he left off last night. A tremendous serve from Michael Chang. 22 years old, ranked 6th in the world, and over $6 million in prize money. Looked like it got into Agassi's body. He had to sort of just reflex it back.
Andre was going to try to run around that ball. In fact, he did try to run around it and got caught, reflexed the ball back, but it didn't have enough on it. It's crucial for both these guys to get good depth off the return to serve.
Both players have to do before the match starts, and here's Tim's game plan.
Andre needs to hit some of those characteristic hair-raising forehands. That's the cornerstone of his game. Win ugly. What I mean by that is he needs to grind the match out. Chang will not give it to him, and pirate the net, get to net, and attack, because Michael Chang will be charging himself. We'll come back to that after this point.
Let in a fault. The net court judge again seated across from the umpire here. There she is. Agassi in. Fine looking backhand volley.
Well, that's that pirating the net I was talking about in the game plan. Take a look at what Michael Chang needs to do. Chang needs to get in as well, and he has to put together good shot combinations. I hope he read Gilbert's book, Winning Ugly, and Michael Chang has to avoid wimpy serves. I'll tell you a little bit more about that when I get a chance.
Again, Chang out wide.
Chang, yesterday, a lady in the crowd yelled out to Michael Chang, "You're a wimp," after he had missed a serve the point before, and Chang came back and hit an ace. And so Michael Chang really got back at that woman. At the same time, it is so crucial for Chang to hit the big first serve like he did right there.
And his third ace down the center. And so Michael Chang holds in the first game. Stay with us. Chang and Agassi, final round action at the SciBase Open. Welcome back to center court, where Agassi now leads 15-love. Put away an easy forehand to open the game. And Chang tapes the forehand. So looking over, questioning the service call. Rich Kaufman up in the chair, one of the veteran umpires. There is Rich. 30-love. Oh, yes. Agassi runs winds around the forehand. Looks like he's going to go deep to the backhand, Tim, and then hits a winner.
It's so tough to read Agassi, particularly with that open stance forehand. He can go inside out. That's the favorite play. But that one, he rakes cross court.
40 love. Agassi, a pretty fast starter, I think, most of his matches. And Chang nets the two-hander, and so Andre Agassi wins. It's 1-all. Well, we had a chance to talk to Michael Chang on what he thinks of Andre Agassi.
Well, I'm excited to just to be able to play Andre. Obviously, I think that for us Americans to be able to go up against each other, whether it's Jim, Pete, Andre, and myself, I think whenever all the four of us get together and we just clash, everybody knows that we're coming out here with all guts and definitely going to come out and give it our best. So I'm sure that he'll be pumped up for tomorrow, and you can be sure that I'll be pumped up as well.
1-all. Change of pace there, Tim. Very tricky.
It's interesting to listen to Chang talk, though. An amazing group of Americans came up all at the same time. Agassi, Chang, Sampras, Courier. David Wheaton was in that group. But really, the core four guys have totally dominated tennis over the last 3 or 4 years. Before that, there was a time when people thought there were no good American players, and these guys came out of nowhere and are now dominating the game of tennis.
Ace number 4. Well, when I played, it was all the Australians.
Yeah.
6 out of 8 guys in the quarters. And early when you were playing, Tim, it was the Swedes.
It was the Swedes, exactly.
Yeah.
You had Mats Wilander, Nyström, Edberg, of course. Bork really set the stage for the Swedes back in the late 70s.
A great era for American tennis right now. Chang again with the big serve.
All 4 Americans were in the semifinals down in Australia. And now you have Sampras and Agassi, the number 1 and 2 ranked players in the world. That's the first time that's happened since '84, when Connors and, of course, John McEnroe were 1 and 2.
Good shot. Deception on that two-hander. It's really hard to know which side Chang's going to hit.
Michael judges this ball so well. As it comes off the net court, he makes a slight adjustment. And what is amazing about Chang is he can pull that down the line just as well as go cross court. Most players can only go cross court with that one.
A miss hit, and so Chang again holds serve easily. Michael Chang leading 2-1 first set. Welcome back as Andre Agassi serves wide. Chang overhits the forehand. It's 15 love. 1-2.
Chang showing no effects from yesterday's match. He played a long 3-setter against Jim Courier. Very emotional match.
Ball carries wide. Well, these guys have played 9 times in their career. Agassi leading at 7-2, and the last time they played, as I recall, Tim, was at the ATP Championship.
Yeah, I actually saw that match, and Agassi was in absolutely top form. He just pushed Chang around the court with powerful ground strokes.
With the reflex. Missing a low backhand volley, but Agassi again keeping that slice so low.
Like a stealth bomber, Chang trying to sneak in here. It's a good play, but Agassi knows he's coming, and he hits a little neutralizing one-hander. The key is to get that ball down below the net to force your opponent to volley up.
Big serve from Agassi out wide, 106 miles per hour. Well, Andre, as you can see, won easily in the first round against Melageni. And that Mark Gollner, I tell you what, Tim, he's got one of the biggest serves I've ever seen. It's long. And And so we are at 2 games all. Well, we had a chance to talk to Andre during the week, and we asked him, what does he think about Michael Chang?
Michael's going down to Australia and getting to the semis there and having Pete on the ropes. He's having a lot of confidence in his game, and you know what to expect with Michael. I mean, he's the fastest guy on the tour, covers a lot of real estate out here, and he's just definitely a guy that you have to go out there and beat. You know, he's not going to give you anything, and you're gonna have to beat him. And that's always tough. You know, I feel like I got a little more firepower than him from the ground, but he's improved his ability to win free points off his serve and to get to net. So it's an all-around match when we play.
Very interesting comments. I love the way he calls the court real estate.
Yeah, expensive real estate.
And a little touch shot from Agassi.
Here's a little real estate that Chang couldn't cover. Very good hands from Agassi. Down below the net, racket retracts backwards. That takes pace off the shot. Drop volley. Chang pushing off but cannot cover the ground. And already we're seeing what's going to be characteristic of the match. Both players trying to sneak in off good approach shots.
And there you saw the concentration of Agassi in that close-up shot there. I think, Tim, one of the biggest improvements is how he concentrates on big points, and I think Gilbert has helped him with that a lot.
It's a remarkable transformation.
Top of the forehand. Well, we've talked a lot about focus in this game, and I'll tell you something. Agassi really has focus.
Agassi all over the court. Most of this point played about 8 or 10 feet behind the baseline. Then finally he gets the short ball, punishes the backhand. And I think you talk about concentration. The reason he's concentrating better is because Gilbert has given Agassi an idea about how to use his tools, how to put points together to create openings and win points. That's helped him focus a little bit.
A great return. That was not a bad serve, Tim, and goes over, knocks almost a clean winner. And so now a big chance for Agassi early here in the first set. Love 40, triple break point. So Andre Agassi now leading 3-2 in the first set. He's got the break. We will be back. We're at the San Jose Arena bringing you the Sybase Open final round. Agassi and Chang. No wonder the pictures are so good today. S.J. Sharkey helping our cameraman out. Well, let's have a look and see how Agassi serves out wide, courtesy of Tim Mayotte.
For my money, Michael Chang is the fastest player ever to play the game. Now, obviously, he has unbelievable foot speed. But the other thing is Chang is a very, very efficient mover. One thing to watch for today, Chang's open stance off both sides. Now, a lot of players do it off the forehand. They turn their shoulders and then rotate and come through. That means they're in this position, the perfect push-off position for the next shot. Other guys, when they have the closed forehand, they have to hit the ball, finish, and then come around, and that takes up a lot of time to push off to the next ball. The thing that sets Chang apart is that he can do this off the backhand side as well, a big advantage. When he's stretched out way wide, he can turn his shoulders and stroke through that ball. But he finishes up in this position, so again, he can push off for the next ball. The two-handers who close it obviously have to come through and finish, use this time to get ready, and then push off. That open stance forehand, and particularly the backhand, is the big reason that Chang is the fastest guy in the world.
All right, Tim. Well, now we at least know what to look for. Thank you very much, sir. Are those lessons expensive?
Unbelievably expensive. I don't even want to tell you how much that costs.
All right, 40-15 now. Agassi with the break. Right down the center. A clean ace. And Andre Agassi holds 114 miles per hour. His second ace of the day.
The way Agassi is playing, Chang's going to need to cover even more real estate than he normally does. Agassi has come out firing.
Well, this crowd last night got behind Michael Chang, I thought, at the end of that match, Tim, and you can hear a few people already doing the same thing. Look at this. Agassi on a roll, 11 of the last 12 points. Net cord. Oh, and Chang actually slipped as he made his move up there. Otherwise, I think he would have gotten it, Tim.
A real luck there for Andre Agassi. He slugged this backhand, and this ball just clips up and drops right over the net. This net for indoor courts is very, very tightly strung, and that is unusual for a ball to bounce up that high in an indoor court.
It's good. Again, the ball so low, Chang had to hit up on the volley.
Superb combination from Andre Agassi. The neutralizing one-hander. It's a good volley from Chang. But Agassi, again, being very patient. He just waits as he hits the one-hander and then gets the shot he knows he can make, which is the two-handed passer down the line. Agassi totally dominating so far. 21 points to just 10 for Chang.
Yes, the approach shot right on the baseline, and Agassi comes in behind the returner serve, and you don't see him do that very often, Tim.
Again, I think this is the another Gilbert touch here, as Brad is encouraging Andre to come to net more and more, attack, try to get the points over as quickly as possible without rushing it. Chang has only won 1 point in the last 3 games.
It's good, and so Agassi breaks again. Agassi on a roll. 5-2 first set. Stay with us. We're at the Sybase Open in San Jose. To Agassi, first set. He is on a roll. 15 love. Agassi now 3 points away from the first set.
Chang
another race.
Taking full advantage of the new balls. Michael thought that was a let.
Chang questioning Rich Kaufman. Now Agassi up. Like Agassi said, you know, I think you got a bad call. I'm not going to go for this point.
I'm sure Gilbert doesn't want Agassi to come off at all as Chang hits a clean winner down the line. Agassi's goal out here is just to try to put his opponent away as easily and as quickly as possible, to continue to focus. Agassi's so relaxed as he's just waiting for that ball.
Double set point, 40-15. Just wide.
This could be perhaps the worst drubbing Michael Chang has had in one set in quite some time.
So far, I'll tell you, it has been all Agassi. Chang trying to get into it. Goes for the two-hander, nets it, and so Andre Agassi, a very quick set. 6-2, 2 breaks. Again, this is best of 3 for the championship.
That's Carl Chang on the left, Michael's brother and coach, a good player who played at UC Berkeley, and he must be a little bit concerned right now. Although Jim Courier won the first set quite easily from Chang last night as well.
Yes, he did.
You get the feeling that it's going to be a taller task to come back against Agassi than it was against Courier, not to diminish what Michael did yesterday.
Well, that match last night, we'll talk about it in a moment, goes wide. That was a very draining match last night, Todd. Tim, for Michael
Yeah,
Chang.
but I don't see any signs of fatigue here from Michael. He's just being beaten by Agassi. Chang played a pretty good first set. He only had 2 unforced errors. Andre just is really putting the shots together.
And when he misses, Tim, he is not missing by much. Right there, he's on the full run with the forehand. Looked like it was going to go out, but it was almost back in the court.
That's a pretty good sign of when a top player is playing well. Even if they missed by just a couple inches, either in the top of the net or just wide of the line.
Oh, yes. Chang finally opens up with that big forehand.
A nice shot combination. Chang swings the serve out wide. Agassi's pulled outside the doubles alley. And Chang takes advantage of that by going down the line.
Oh. We'll go long.
It's astonishing to watch Agassi. Takes the balls that are hit so hard right off the top of the surface and times the ball perfectly. There is nobody I've ever seen except maybe McEnroe who had the kind of timing that Agassi has.
It is phenomenal. And he takes a big swing, and every time he into Tim, I'm saying, oh, he's going to miss that ball, but he doesn't.
Yeah.
McEnroe incidentally played an exhibition here in the Bay Area against Chang over at Berkeley and beat him in straight sets.
Hard to believe.
This is unbelievable. And Chang, tremendous get by Michael Chang as Carl looks on the full run. He goes cross court. Listen to this crowd. Fantastic get by Michael Chang to win that first game. This place going crazy. Stay with us. Michael Chang is not out of it on the full run.
It's American Airlines. The Sybase over.
Andre Agassi cannot make the volley. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Agassi has just opened up this game with an ace, and there is ace number 6 for Andre Agassi. 30 love. But I tell you, if he starts serving well, we're all in trouble. He's not going to lose to anybody because his ground strokes are phenomenal. And yet another ace down the center. Chang looks again.
Andre's really having a good time now.
He is really loose. He's got to go for this one, right, Dan? He has to go for another ace.
4 aces, yeah. That's something a player loves to do. Hit 4 aces in one game. Sampras did it last year at Wimbledon.
Not quite. Oh, yes.
The challenge now for Andre Agassi is not to get too relaxed. He's playing so well. He's in what's called the zone. But he better watch it because Chang is not going to go away. And I think also Michael Chang will begin to attack a little bit more than he has.
Just wide. Oh, yes. Chang jumping all over the two-hander. A high bouncing second serve. He takes advantage of it.
One of the amazing things about Michael Chang is when he's playing a player who plays well, his game doesn't go down. He actually raises the level of his game. We're seeing that here today. Chang is being beaten, but his game is actually improving as the match goes on.
No, finally, that is one of the few errors we have seen Agassi do. A miss-hit off the two-hander.
This is a dangerous time for Agassi. Again, I think hitting the 3 aces, he got a little bit loosey-goosey. Thought he was Pete Sampras, and it's so easy to lose your concentration. He has to stay with it right here.
And so now this crowd behind Chang.
So often we see this from Michael Chang. He can turn a match around in a motion. That's Andre Agassi bent out of shape after missing a relatively easy shot down for the first break point of the match.
Just long. Andre looks over at the service linesman. Didn't like that call.
Look for Agassi starting to show a little jitters now. Watch for Chang to attack here.
That's so good. And he misses the forehand. And 3 errors for Agassi. A break for Chang. Tremendous turnout here today.
It happens so often with a player. Let's take a look at the first set stats. Flawless tennis from Andre Agassi. First serve percentage 84%. Only 2 unforced errors. But look at those winners. 13-7. Chang had his serve broken twice. But as
Andre says that wasn't a fault. No call from Kaufman. It's 15 love. It did look like a fault. There is Richard Kaufman, one of the veteran umpires on the tour. We've had a tremendous crew of officials all week long, Tim. They've done a brilliant job. Chang starting to fire up now. 117 miles per hour. A miss hit. And suddenly, Agassi, the timing goes. Everything looks like it just disappeared instantly.
it's a dangerous spot when you're playing almost perfect tennis. It's a little bit easier to lose the timing and lose your concentration.
Yes, again, 109 miles per hour. Ace number 5. Stay with us. Michael Chang right back. 3 love. We are in the middle of a high lob right here. First point. Agassi backs up, knocks it off from behind the baseline. There is the famous coach we've been talking about, Bradley Gilbert. And he has done some kind of a job with this guy. Really tremendous work.
It's so nice that Agassi met somebody who could really help him focus and bring out all the talent that everyone knows that Andre had. Remember about this time last year, Agassi was career was a little bit in doubt. He was coming back from a wrist surgery. He was 32 in the world. And there was some questions hovering around Agassi whether he would ever reach the top again.
His playing wrist, of course, which was very worrisome. There is the side right there.
You can see the scar actually right on top of his hand.
Will go long.
And actually, they had a pretty tough start at the time of it. At the start, Agassi did not play that well, but he finally put it together at the end of the summer, where he won the Canadian Open and then, of course, went on and beat 5 seeds to win the U.S. Open.
Ooh, Agassi thought he had an ace. Called a let. He'll have 2. This is no way. I think went over the net by a foot.
Chang continuing to attack in the second set. Good low volley. A slap shot forehand from Agassi. Not enough.
And there it is. Andre Agassi holds serve. He needed that game. 3-1 Chang with a break. Well, this tournament, the 3rd oldest event in the United States. A look at some of the past champions. Edberg won it way back in '85 at the Cow Palace. As you can see, Chang and Agassi have both won this event twice. McEnroe won it 5 times, which is quite miraculous. Again, in '86, he and Connors had such a fabulous final. But actually, McEnroe won 7 doubles titles out here, Tim, with Peter Fleming. As we mentioned, McEnroe 5 times a winner. Trabert won it 3 times. Chang won it twice, and I don't know who that guy is in '59 and '60. He got lucky over at the Berkeley Tennis Club.
Home court advantage.
Those were fun days. I got a couple real nice silver trophies for doing that.
Really?
Yeah, I'll sell them to you for about $10 a piece. Michael waves that ball long.
Well, I guess he could get on that list. Repeats.
Yeah, no, he's got a great chance to win it 3 times. He played so well, actually beating Gilbert 2 years ago at the old Civic Auditorium up in San Francisco. I want Gilbert and Agassi to play each other now in a first round. Ooh.
I guess they had a great kids day here, the ATP Tour and the tournament in the Sybase Open, really trying to get kids involved. And this was actually kids day here. And there he is, the 2-time champion, '59 and '60.
It's like the Easter Bunny, for crying out loud.
A little late on the forehand volley. He was really hitting the ball well, Barry.
Thanks, Tim. Agassi did not like the call. Just wide. Very close on that sideline. And so now Michael Chang at 40-15.
But that kids day were a real success. They had about 3,000 kids out from the Bay Area out here hitting some balls.
It's a great day, Tim, and it's the first annual. We're going to do it every year.
Yeah, the Jensen brothers were out giving some clinics. And it's part of the new ATP Tour's plan to bring some kids into the game. Big ace from Chang
Right down the center with ace number 6, and Michael Chang holds his lead. 4-1, Michael Chang. Stay with us. We're at the Sybase Open at the beautiful new San Jose Arena. Well, I'll tell you, it's instant communications, cellular phones all over the place, courtesy of Cellular One, and these guys are, I guess, booking their flights out of here. Beautiful touch from Chang. Great angle.
One thing Chang learned from the first set was he cannot trade ground strokes with Andre Agassi. He needs to attack, and he's been doing that throughout this second set. Good return, and then he comes in with a delicate drop volley cross court.
You know, Chang's volleys are classic.
Oh, yeah, they've gotten so much better. Back in '89, when he won the French, he could barely play at net at all.
Agassi with a double fault, his first of the match. Look at this record in this event.
20-2, and he probably should have won last year. Lost in the finals to unseeded Renzo Furlan in a tough match. 3 sets.
We are at center court here at the San Jose Arena. I'm Barry McKay along with Tim Mayotte, bringing you the finals of the Sybase Open. Agassi with the first set, 6-2. It's 4-1 Chang in the second. And we want to welcome all of our friends from the Sunshine Network down in Florida. We'll be down there before too long. One of the prime regional affiliates. And so Chang now up 5-1, serving for the second set.
Michael Chang always finds a crack, doesn't he? He keeps probing, looking for some weakness in his opponent.
Ball hit.
Even when that opponent's Andre Agassi.
Well, he did it last night, down 4-1 in the third to Courier. He comes back to win a brilliant match, Tim. He is a tremendous competitor. 15 love now. Chang 3 points away. Again, the ace down the center. 117. His 7th.
Pete Sampras kind of, in a small way, shocked the tennis world by out-acing Pete Sampras in Australia in their semifinal match at the Australian Open. Although Sampras won that match. Chang at 5-7, out serving the biggest server in the game.
That is right on the sideline.
Agassi taking a page out of Chang's book, taking the short second serve down the line for the winner. Agassi's body language looks a little bit beaten up right now.
It does. Chang just waiting for Agassi to make his move.
Carl Chang looking on Michael's coach a little bit happier right now. Bad luck for Agassi as that ball sits up, but Agassi just throwing it in right now. He's going to be content to start the third set serving.
Very deep second serve, but Agassi handles it, stays alive. Still set point. Will go long. This match is dead even. Chang comes back strong to win the second set. Stay with us. We'll play one set when we come back for the championship. Just wide on the first serve. First point of the third and deciding set for the championship. Folks who may have been watching the basketball all-star game, welcome to tennis. I'm Barry McKay along with Tim Mayotte, and we've got a match on our hands here at the Sybase Open in San Jose, California, at the new San Jose Arena. A set apiece. Agassi with the first set 6-2. Chang comes right back to win the second 6-1. And so we are now in the first game of the third set for this championship and the title.
It's an all-star game of sorts here.
Yes, indeed. Well said, Tim.
The number 2 and 6 ranking players in the world. Agassi, the hottest player in tennis right now, fresh off winning the Australian Open just 2 weeks back, and Michael Chang, who was the semi-finalist there. These guys in an absolute dogfight, and this is a crucial game. The first game of the third set, Agassi got beaten up badly in that second.
Let Agassi will have 2, 15 all. Great kid. Let's have a look now at our second set statistics.
A total turnaround for Michael Chang. Got that first serve percentage up 58%, out hit Agassi 8-6 in the winner category, and Andre lost that almost perfect timing he had in the first set. Agassi with just a couple unforced errors in the first set, 8 in the second.
Just wide. Andre made the motion as well.
Well, Barry, you know a player wants it badly when they start calling the balls themselves. This is like the old junior days when you're making calls. No, that was definitely out, Michael, for sure. Oh, no, that's out, clearly.
Maybe Kaufman's going to sign him up.
Yeah, exactly.
Net court. Agassi.
Doing the John McEnroe shoe tying. Bad luck for Agassi. I think actually the Chang forehand clips the top of the net. And then a third net court that goes just wide.
And that cross court would have been good.
Yeah, that was a winner.
Agassi at game point. First game, third set. He'll get it. Oh, Chang lines up the two-hander. A wide open court. And Chang missing with the two-hander. 1-love Agassi, third set. Stay with us. Boy, I'll be here, I'll tell you that. First point, second game, third set. Agassi with the lead, 1-love. Ooh, just hits the top of the net, tries to crawl over. Oh, we mentioned Brad Gilbert is here watching Agassi, but seated next to Brad is his wife Kim and her sister, and I'll tell you something, they're a very talented group. They did all the graphics for our tournament. There you see part of it right there, and they've done a fantastic job. Bradley, a lucky man.
Yeah. I think this is just the kind of match that Brad likes to watch Andre play right now, although it's tighter than he would wish, but to really test Andre's resolve against a very tough Michael Chang.
Go long.
Things have been pretty easy for Agassi over the last couple months, particularly the Australian Open, where he didn't lose a set until he played Sampras in the finals. Here, he's cruised through pretty easily. So it's nice to see if Agassi can put up with the kind of pressure that Chang's going to bring to him in this third set.
Look at that intensity. Agassi does not want to lose. Another net court. It'll go wide, and so Chang holds serve. It is 1-all in the third set.
Well, every week the IBM ATP Tour gives a Sportsman of the Week, and this week it's Malavia Washington, one of the great guys on the tour. Mal was out this week doing clinics for kids. He made an appearance at a middle school where he and Sandon Stolle did a great clinic, and in his name a donation will be made to the National Junior Tennis League. Speaking of good guys, these two guys on the court are wonderful as well. Andre Agassi just gave $1 million to the Boys and Girls Clubs of Las Vegas from the Andre Agassi Foundation. And Michael Chang also, very generous guy. I'll get to that in a second.
Goes long. Agassi now with a few errors creeping into that forehand. 15-all.
Chang was the IBM ATP Tour Charities chairman last year, and he runs a organization over in Hong Kong where he gives underprivileged kids a chance to play some tennis and get some good schooling. So there's so much bad rap about the players nowadays. They're all out there doing some pretty good stuff.
Ooh. 15. Well, certainly Agassi, starting with the U.S. Open and then continuing on at the Australian, the hottest player in the game coming into this tournament. But now in some trouble here. 15-30, a chance for Chang. He gets jammed. I mean, their records, both of these guys so far have been sensational.
Two hottest players on the tour, along with maybe Pete Sampras. Agassi 11-0 from the Australian Open, 7 matches, and then 4 matches here at the Sybase.
Oh, it's a big serve. And you know, Tim, a lot of people saying, you know, is Agassi really going to try here, Barry? Will he be let down? And I said, are you kidding? If he picks up 120 points, he gets that much closer to his big rival, Pete Sampras. And so that's the beauty of the ATP Tour. Every match counts.
That's absolutely right. Agassi is desperate to get the #1 ranking in the world. Sampras still with a considerable lead, but this would help his chances.
And the return into the net. Agassi holds. We're in the third set. As the coach looks on. There's Dave Peter Schmidt, the Chief Operating Officer of SciBase, sitting next to his wife, Roxanne. He has had a tremendous week. He loves the game. He's been out here for a lot of the matches and really has enjoyed this event. Well, we certainly are excited about our overseas coverage this year. We're being seen on Eurosport over in Europe, Star Television in the Far East, Hong Kong. And then in Australia, we're going to be on Premier Sports Australia, a new Australian affiliate. So this a very international event.
15.
That really is the beauty of a lot of these telecasts, Tim, that people do see this game around the world. And I've been trying to convince everybody in the Northern California area that this is not a local local tournament. It is indeed.
Oh, what's so beautiful about tennis is probably along with soccer, it has more international recognition than any other sport. It's played in 170 countries around the world. And so it's truly one of the few international sports.
Chang, a big item on Star TV over in the Far East. They'll like that shot.
Very deft drop volley here from Michael Chang. Racket collapses back, and then he closes in for the kill. Chang showing good versatility around the net. Nice to see the lopsided first and second sets, and now with all the money on the line, these guys really going nose to nose.
Cross-court backhand from Agassi. Really rips that ball, and this crowd eating this match up now.
Agassi recognizing that he has to hit a clean winner. Here's the backhand, and then he is so far out of court by this, brought out of court by this Chang forehand. He has to hit a winner, and he comes up with the goods.
Not too many people put balls away against Chang from the backcourt. Michael continuing to serve well. Well, excellent prize money up for grabs this week. $43,000 to the winner, $25,300 to the runner-up. And if you hit the quarters, you pick up over $8,000. Not too bad. You ought to still be playing, Tim.
Don't remind me, Barry, please. Sampras made $3.6 million in prize money alone last year.
Oh, yes. Agassi again running around the forehand. His big weapon, his traditional weapon, coming to life.
A beautiful shot combination sets up the mid-court forehand, which he swats off. Amazing extension as those shoulders rotate around. Great racket head speed. Ooh, and Chang does not like that call. Rich Kaufman, known as a hands-off type of chair umpire, does rarely overrules.
The forehand.
And I get the sense that Agassi is not timing the ball quite as well as he was in the first set. He's made a number of errors here, but I think he's concentrating better now than he was in the second. He's going to fight this one out.
Could go long. Chang having trouble putting two in a row together. It's deuce.
Michael's having a look at the court there. There are no seams on this court, but he He says he's, at least I think he's saying he got a bad bounce there because it's uncharacteristic for him to mistime a ball like that.
Agassi again didn't like the service call.
Chang on the attack, mid-court ball, and a routine overhead.
Oh, Chang tries a delicate little drop shot on a big point.
The tough choice for Michael Chang is here. He's in midcourt. He has to come in. If he comes in with not enough on the approach shot, it's more likely than not he will get passed. He opts for the more difficult shot and misses it.
Back to deuce. This game fast becoming a crucial one here in the third set. Unbelievable depth. Oh, and the change of pace again, Tim. Agassi just taking a lot off that ball.
That is one thing that Agassi, amongst many things that he does so well. He changes the pace of the ball, the delivery. When you have a long rally with a lot of hard strokes, you get used to that. And then Agassi wisely throws in that looping backhand.
And perhaps the biggest point of the match so far right here. Break point for Agassi to go up 3-1. Breaks in the fourth game. The coach is happy. 3-1 for Agassi in the third.
It took about 3 forehands to get the one that he needed, and that was all she wrote. Chang recognizing he let that opportunity slip. He had 3 points to put that game away and to hold, getting it to 2-all. I'm sure he's mad at himself for that one drop shot that he tried. It didn't work.
Yeah, it was a big point. And so now Agassi with the break, leading 3-1. Goodbye. Chang in quick.
We saw Bugsy Mogues do a little bit of a slam dunking. There's another. He's actually a lot taller than Bugsy, isn't he?
Is it Muggsy or Bugsy?
Bugsy or Bugsy? Where's Sharky?
He's gone. Oh! Chang, 2 hands. What turned out to be a reflex volley. Unbelievable try from Michael Chang.
Chang showing some in-your-face tennis as he charges on a sitting forehand. Now that's the definition of courage right there. Charging into an Agassi forehand.
15-all.
Point blank range.
Andre waves off the ball kid. Ball kids have done a tremendous job all week long. Just wide, very close. Boy, that was a tight call. It's one of those balls looked like it was going to go wide, but at the last minute, you never know. There was the side linesman who made that gutsy call.
Gutsy if he didn't make the call either.
30, 40-15. Agassi 2 points away from a 4-1 lead. Ball will go long. 40-15.
Before you start writing Chang off, you got to remember last night Chang was down 4-1 to Jim Courier in the third set. Came back and won it. And now Agassi on the doorstep of giving up 4-1. There it is.
It's an ace. Well, as we mentioned, Sybase is donating its commercial time to the Special Olympics. And here is one of those commercials. Chang on the left, Agassi on the right. 4-1 Agassi in the third. Andre two games away from a possible title. That is just too good. Agassi again with a big forehand.
Agassi jockeying Chang out of position, and then he gets the easy forehand.
That's too good.
I think we're going to see Chang go back to what he did last night against Jim Courier, which was to attack when he was down.
Exactly.
Michael recognizes that he's not going to beat guys like Courier or Agassi, rallying from the backcourt.
It's good. Look at this. Ooh. But I'll tell you what, the two of the only guys who can out-rally Chang from the backcourt are Courier and Agassi, in my opinion.
Sergio Bruguera might have something to say about that.
Delicate little touch up there, and Agassi. It's interesting.
This is the quality tennis, remarkable quality of tennis out here. Agassi tries to stay in the point, and Chang does a little bit of body English here, drop shot.
Just wide. Second serve, 30 all, 4-1 Agassi, third set. Ooh, late call, delayed call, but a good call.
That was a tough one because Chang was running across the court and he could have gotten in the way of the lines person, but as you said, I think the right call.
So Chang now with a chance to stay in it, down a break. It is wide, and so Michael Chang holds serve. 4-2 Agassi, third set. But as we've often said, the 7th game coming up, Tim, and talk about a crucial game. It'll either be 5-2 Agassi or 4-3 and Chang right back in it at the end of this game.
When you're down a break in the third and you start thinking about getting back in the matches, you definitely want to break here at 4-2 as opposed to waiting for that opponent to get within one game of winning the match. And the first point, so crucial to break.
cut. So good. Oh, and Agassi does everything he wants to, has the put-away shot, and catches the tape.
Michael Chang hit a very funky slice forehand as Carl Chang looks on. This is like a wedge shot. Tremendous backspin. It's the only way he's going to get the ball in play. And what it does is brings the ball back towards the net, a little bit lower bounce. And even Agassi can't control it.
Agassi now pumping his serve up a bit as Chang looks skyward. This building, about 150 feet up there, you can lob to your heart's content. Tremendous arena here, home of the Sharks. They got back last night. They're dying to see this court get out of here. They want to start playing some more hockey.
Great lob. It's good. Great lob.
That is the lob of the match. Chang cannot believe it. Looked like it was going to go long and right on the baseline.
The toughest thing to do in tennis is to control a high lob off the full run, and Agassi does it.
And you know it was good because Michael saw it hit and then really had to hustle.
Chang could have hit that ball in the air. He thought it was going out.
30-15. Agassi's starting to straighten a few strings. Gilbert's got a smile, but I think he's probably a little tense. Agassi had dinner out at the Gilberts on Wednesday night. You're looking good, Brad. He's watching that big high scoreboard up there. No, he pulls it wide. Big point. Agassi has just the shot he wants.
The crowd is going bananas for Michael Chang because a lot of those folks were here last night. They saw him come back against Courier. Just when you want to write him off, he comes back.
Agassi just about ready to serve. Backs off.
That serve way down in the net. If Chang gets a short one, he'll attack.
Again, Agassi drills the two-hander. And Tim, good example, huge point, and he just hits out on it.
On a very tough shot, it's much easier to go cross-court with that backhand. Agassi goes right down the line, full out, down break point. That takes a lot of confidence.
Just long. Talk about concentration. Look at Chang. He is unbelievable. Talking to himself. Agassi taking a little extra time. This is probably the biggest point of the match. Huge serve. And there it is, Agassi. A big swing on the forehand, and Andre Agassi gets out of some trouble in that game. 5-2 Agassi. Stay with us. We're at the Sybase Open at the San Jose Arena. Final round action. Agassi, 5-2. Michael Chang serving down 2-5 in the third. This could be the championship game if Agassi breaks. It's good. Drop shot. Unbelievable point again. Agassi trying to roll that topspin lob as Carl Chang pulling for his brother. Chang all over the court, stretches wide on the forehand here, and then just kind of eases it up the line. Agassi back, and here is that topspin lob, but it fell slightly short, and Andre had no play on that ball. My colleague, Jim Mayotte, has headed down courtside, so we can talk to the winner of this match before the presentation. 15 all. Go long. 15-30 now. Agassi 2 points away. Again, this crowd trying to get behind Michael Chang. Look at the concentration in those eyes. Well over 8,000 here today.
Hello, Steve. Can you hear me?
Right back, 110 miles per hour, his 7th ace of the match. 30 all. Oh, hits the top of the net. Another court. And finally, Agassi deep on the shot. And so now, at 30-40, we have arrived at match point. And again, this crowd comes to life. Not only match point, but championship point. Just long, called a fault. Agassi pounds a great forehand, and Chang over with a better shot cross court on championship point. Watch this return from Andre Agassi. Straight down the line. A lot of power, but look at the open court. Chang right there. Agassi has no play. It's deuce. Agassi in. The overhead gets put away, and an anxious coach looking on. And so now the second championship point. Just long. 2 championship points saved. The change of pace. And again, Agassi goes for the towel. Championship point number 3. Wide. going to go wide. Chang saves another one. Michael Chang up the line, decides to come in on this shot. Now Agassi forced to go for the passing shot, just over hits it wide. It's deuce. Big serve. Ooh, no call. It would look wide. It looked wide, but no call. And Rich Kaufman already has his palm out. It will not get called. Let's have another look at that shot as it drifted wide. Now, Chang lines it up, goes for the shot. Agassi on the full run. Awful tough to call on the replay. You can see Andre for sure thought the ball was wide. Look at it. Oh, man, Chang gets the shot. An unbelievable little drop volley just gets over the net, hits the top of the net. And so 3 championship points saved by Chang. Watch the concentration. Racket low, just gets to the ball. The ball hangs on the net and then drops over. Watch this ball. Just catches the top of the net right there and dies. And Michael Chang, unbelievable shot. Agassi now will serve for the title, 5-3. Just wide. Double fault. Tim Mayotte, you're courtside now. What is it like down there?
It's incredibly tense down here, and the real task for Agassi now is that he knows he had those 3 match points. He feels like he should be in the locker room or picking up the winner's check, and he has to put all that out of his head right now. A tough task.
The change of pace again from Agassi.
And what just is amazing is the way these guys keep going for their shots, even as the stakes get higher. Agassi slashing the forehand for a clean winner.
15.
But they're actually hitting the ball harder now than they were at the start of the match.
Agassi now 3 points away, but he's already had, as you mentioned, Tim, 3 championship points. Chang missing with the return, 30-15. Yells, come on. Once again, 40-15, and now 2 chances if he needs it.
It's so much to Andre Agassi's favor that he's got this big new first serve right there. 15-all, and he comes up with 2 boomers.
That first serve.
Agassi finished his match yesterday against Washington with an ace down the middle. He would love to do the same right here.
Oh, just called a fault. Gilbert going absolutely crazy up there. The two-hander, the 4th championship point, gets away. I guess he's got to be wondering, Tim, at this point, when am I going to finish this up?
Well, he knows he's playing Michael Chang, and that's going to make his blood pressure go a little bit higher because he knows Chang will not give it away.
Let and a fault. Agassi, the winner. There are a couple of champions, no question about that. A big handshake, and Andre Agassi with a clenched fist. He is happy. Tremendous effort from Agassi, and we saw some of the best tennis we've seen in a long time on this center court. A 3-set win for Agassi. 6-2, 1-6, and 6-3. Stay with us. We'll be back and talk to the winner at the Sybase Open.
Well, Andre, a remarkable match, really. It looked a little bit tough there for you at the beginning of the second set. It seems like you lost your concentration. You hit 3 big aces and then kind of got a little bit unfocused there for a minute.
Yeah, you know, I don't know if I got unfocused. I mean, you hit 3 aces, and he made a couple good returns, and I played 1 loose point there. And then you get a little bit rattled because you know this guy works so hard, and he's going to stay at you. It's tough to put 2 great sets back-to-back against Michael.
Did you feel like you were playing almost too well in the first set? It seemed like it was becoming a little bit too easy for you.
Well, you know, that's been my history with Michael. At the U.S. Open, for example, I beat him 6-1, and then I lose 7-6, and I beat him 6-2, then I lose 6-3, and then play well in the 5th there. But again, it's tough to put 2 good sets back-to-back. I felt great about the way it started. Anytime you can give me a set lead, I'll take it, even if I feel like I'm just not getting the rallies that I want. And then when all of a sudden he gets into the match, it's a whole different ball game. It doesn't matter that you up a set. You know you got a match on your hands.
Well, what's going through your head at the start of the third set? Obviously, you know Chang, one of the great fighters of all time.
Well, we've had some tough matches before, and really the second set, the score doesn't reflect where the match was. I think Michael, as well as myself, knew that, you know, the third set is a whole different match. We're both going to get pumped up and try to get the early lead, and I was down 15-30 on my second serve, and he missed a return, and that helped me a little bit. I held and got the first break, and that turned out to be the difference.
Let's put the last 3 or 4 months into perspective. I mean, so many years it seemed like you were fighting yourself, and all of a sudden things just come together. Obviously, since the U.S. Open, it's just been a remarkable run. I mean, can you put in perspective, what does it feel like to finally have everything fall into place?
It's an incredible feeling, Tim. It's one that you know that you'll live the rest of your life and not have any regrets over your career, and there's a lot to be said for that, because there's a few short years that you get to come out here and compete at this kind of level, and you want to make the most of it. You don't want to let them slip by. And after my wrist surgery, and I got refocused, and I end up getting myself back up to the top again, and I'm not taking any feeling for granted. I'm enjoying every minute out here.
Great. Congratulations, Andre. That's great stuff. Andre Agassi winning in 3 sets here at the Sybase. We'll be back in just a few minutes with the ceremony for the trophy.
Welcome back, everybody. I'd now like to introduce the man who makes it all happen over at Comerica Bank, the president of Comerica Bank, California, who will present the award to the finalists. Mr. Mike Fulton. Mike.
Thank you, Barry. Michael, I think you've seen all week that we love you here in San Jose. Michael, on behalf of Comerica Bank, all of our customers and all of our friends, congratulations, and present you this trophy. Thank you.
Dave, you're in the banking business, so I'll let you hand him a check as well for $23,000. Michael, how about a brief word?
First of all, I'd like to say what a joy and what a pleasure it is to be able to play here in the Bay Area. I have a lot of fond memories, and I'd just like to say how much I appreciate you guys coming out and supporting the tennis and supporting most of my matches, almost all my matches, maybe today a little bit more for Andre, but hey, that's the way it goes. Next year, okay? I'd also like to congratulate Andre, not just from this week here, but for the last 6 months. He's been playing some incredible tennis, and I'd just like to congratulate him playing very good tennis. And I'd also like to thank the sponsors, Sybase and Comerica Bank, and all the other sponsors you see around the courts. I'd like to thank Barry for putting on a great tournament, as always, and I definitely hope to be back next year. And last and most importantly, I'd just like to thank the Lord Jesus, because without him, I wouldn't have this talent to play tennis. Thank you very much. Take care.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the Chief Operating Officer of Sybase, Mr. Dave Peterschmidt. Dave?
Thank you, everybody. I had a chance at the start of the telecast 2 days ago to suggest to the audience that we would see world-class tennis. And thanks to Michael and Andre and all the players, we definitely have seen that in the Bay Area. We also should be very privileged. This is a 109-year-old international tennis event. It's the third oldest on the ATP Tour, and it started in 1889 here in the Bay Area at the old Del Monte Lodge in Pebble Beach. So it is truly a historic event in the ATP Tour. What I'd like to do is, on behalf of the 4,000 employees of Sybase worldwide, is present the winner's trophy emblematic of the 1995 Sybase Open to Andre Agassi. Congratulations, Andre. And also the winner's check for $43,000. Andre, thank you, and we hope you'll be back next year to defend your championship. It looks like Grand Slam time for you.
First of all, I'd like to tell Sharky that I like you. I don't care what everybody says about you behind your back, man. You're all right. No, you know, I mean, it has been an incredible few months for me, but I guess the best part of it is just coming out here and being able to see this kind of response to tennis. I mean, that gives me the biggest thrill, because without you, we wouldn't have anybody to play for, and I don't know what the heck I'd be doing right now. So thank you very much for supporting us. And Michael, thanks for your words. Semifinals of Australia, and you know, playing as well as you did last night and today. I mean, I got fortunate to get through, and I think you have some great things to look forward to this year for sure. He's playing some of the best tennis, so thank you, and thank you. This is my third time winning here, and this just gives me an incredible feeling going into the year, and I can't thank you all enough for the support you've shown, and for the platform that this place has always been for me to accomplish my dreams. So I hope to be back next year. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, take a little break. We're going to have some wonderful doubles coming up. Again, thanks for your great support this year, and we'll be back right after this. Thanks again. Welcome back, everybody. What a match we saw. 3 sets for Andre Agassi, 6-2, 1-6, and 6-3. And I'll tell you what, Tim, we've seen some great tennis in the Bay Area, but this was a sensational match by a guy who's playing some of the best tennis I've seen in a long time.
Yeah, he's really starting to put it together. We heard it there in the interview. He has played unbelievable tennis this year. Of course, with the U.S. Open, he's only lost 2 matches in the rest of 1994, got to the semifinals of the ATP Tour Championships. Played great in Australia, and he just is continuing that amazing play here. No signs of fatigue at all.
My question is, how long can he keep it up? Well, let's have a look now at match point. A tremendous rally. Agassi signing some autographs there.
Oh, Chang really tested Agassi's mettle out here today. It took 5 match points, and Chang played great on all of those points, really taking it to Agassi. And it looked like Andre might fold under the pressure, but ultimately he kept going for his shots and just took it to Michael Chang, winning on this 5th match point.
Well, that was a story 5 times, and I think Andre was wondering if he was going to be able to close it out. Tremendous effort by Agassi. And so Andre Agassi, there you see it, the champion right here, a 3rd time. And so Agassi wins it as Coach Brad Gilbert looked on. Gilbert a little bit nervous, I'll tell you, towards the end of this match. But Gilbert and his wife, Kim, certainly loved it all. And so there it is, Andre Agassi, the winner. Michael Chang, the runner-up.